Well, actually, this is not my first book on investing. In fact, I've written 4 books on investing. All right, Secrets of Self-Made Millionaires, Secrets of Millionaire Investors, Profit from the Panic, Profit from the Asian Recovery, and Winning the Game of Stocks. So it's a 4th book on investing. And what inspired me to write this book is basically to update the latest strategies that I use in investing, which is one of my passions, actually. Right? Because I believe that everyone, whether you're a teacher or whether you are a banker, you need to learn how to invest. All right? Because you can work very hard in your job, but end up broke. Okay? Because one day you could get retrenched, or inflation eats away at your savings. So if you have got no way to invest, all your hard work is wasted. And I always tell people that investing is not just for people who want to be rich. It's for people who want to be secure, financially secure, and to be able to provide the best for their family. And it's my way of sharing what I can while I'm still here. We won't be here forever, basically. So it's leaving a legacy so that my children can read it, people can read it and benefit. Yeah. Well, if you take a look at, what can you invest in? Whatever you want to invest in, you have to beat inflation, basically, right? So you can invest in real estate, and in fact, I talk about real estate in the book, but investing through what called REITs. Because a lot of people, they can't afford to buy a lot of real estate. But there's another way to do it through REITs. In other words, buying real estate through the stock market. What else can you invest in? Bonds. Bonds, the returns are too low, and right now bonds are overpriced. Gold has been a great investment from 2000 to 2012. But as of 2013, gold is on a downtrend, and it will become even cheaper in gold. So to me, stocks offer the highest returns in the long term compared to most other assets. And to me, it is the safest. Okay, the reason is this: that when you buy a property, and it goes down when you can't get out fast, it's illiquid. But for a stock, if you follow the rules and you buy the wrong company, you can get out really fast in a day. So to me, stocks are a lot more versatile, they're a lot safer, and they give higher returns. To be fair, I wouldn't say I came from humble beginnings. I come from a pretty wealthy family, actually. But my dad was the kind of person where my dad's a multi-millionaire, but he didn't give me a cent. Right? In fact, my dad was against me going into business. He said, join the government. Right? The government in Singapore is secure, is well paid and all that. And I said, no, I want to be an entrepreneur. And he was really against it. He didn't give me a cent, so I started everything myself. And the way I started was I started very young. I started my first business at 15 years old. One of the reasons was because my father believed that he will only provide for my food and my education. That anything more, which is any toys or games, or I want to go traveling, you buy it yourself, you earn it yourself. So at a young age, I learned that I had to earn my own money. And I got very inspired by role models. People like your Donald Trump, your Steve Jobs, your Warren Buffett, and they inspired me to say, wow, I want to be able to be an entrepreneur, to build something. I'm a very creative person by nature, so I can't draw. So to me, creation comes in writing, in creating businesses, in building wealth. And that's how I express my creativity, so to speak. Yeah, and the one of the keys that helped me was the ability to model and learn from people. All right. In fact, everything I know, I didn't invent it. I learned it from someone else. And I had the ability to have great models to teach me the way of how to build businesses, of how to invest the right way. And that gave me a shortcut. So what normally takes people maybe 20 years, I did it in like 4 years. Wow. I would say the best piece of advice is to invest in yourself more than before you invest in anything else. And actually this advice came from a quote by Warren Buffett that says, you are your greatest investment. A lot of people spend money upgrading their handphone, upgrading their car, upgrading their wife, or whatever they call it, right? But very few people invest in upgrading themselves, in their skills, their knowledge. And that's one thing I do. In fact, by the way, I hate shopping. I think it's a waste of time. I only go to a shopping center maybe like twice a year and buy everything I need for the year. I see it more as necessary. I don't enjoy shopping. But I go crazy when I go to a bookshop. I go insane, right? When I go to a bookshop, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'll buy. And each time I go to the bookshop, I can spend up to $1,000 on books. And I devour books, basically. I easily read 3 books a week minimum. And I don't really read fiction. To me, if I want to be entertained, I go watch a movie. But I read books basically to absorb knowledge from people. What, again, people have taken years to achieve. When they pen it down through biographies, I get to cut short their learning curve. And so, I've read almost every book written on business, on investing, on NLP, on psychology, and that has been one of the keys to my success. There's no one important quality. I think it's a set of very important qualities, and one of them is to be able to work very, very hard. All right. To be great in anything, you have to put in minimum 10,000 hours into doing that one thing again and again and again, be it golf or investing or that. And if you calculate how long it takes to hit 10,000 hours, basically if you do it 4 hours a day, it takes about 9 years. And most people don't have that kind of resilience to do something again and again. All right? And so it takes a lot of hard work. But for you to be very hardworking at something, you've got to be very passionate about it. You can't work very hard on something you've got no passion for. So it's related. You have to find what you're passionate about, whether is it writing or sewing or investing, and focus on that, and until you become great in it. Conceptions about wealth. Okay. I think that the main misconception people have is that money will buy you happiness, or money will make you happy, and that is totally not true. Okay. Money and happiness have got nothing to do with each other. In fact, the more money you have, sometimes you don't become happy. You become more miserable. In fact. So I believe you've got to be happy first. You've got to be a happy person first. You've got to love what you do. You've got to love people. Then the money will come. And then you enjoy the money. Alright? So unless you're first happy with what you do, you will not again put in the hard work to create the wealth. Because if you are stressed, I must make the money, and you're stressed up, and you hate what you do, and I got to do it because of the money, you never make it. Okay, I would say the first habit is about spending less than you earn. Whatever it is you earn. So, it's a habit you develop. So, for example, ever since I was young, and when I was young, I earned very little, right? I earned maybe $1,000 at the time. And I would always save 50% of it. And if I earn 10,000, I'll save 50% of it. If I earn 10 million, I'll save 50% of it. So a lot of people say that I can't save because I earn too little. I must earn a lot before I can save. I say that's not true. If you can't save 20 cents out of $1, you can't save 200,000 out of $1 million. So you have to start that habit while you have small money first. Right? So that's the first habit. Again, the second habit of being wealthy, being successful, is to continuously upgrade yourself by feeding your mind, by constantly improving yourself, learning new things, experimenting with new things. And I think the other thing would be the ability to constantly do more than expected. A lot of people, they do what is expected, or they do less than expected, but you got to do more than what is expected of you. And if you expect more from yourself than anyone could expect from you, that's how you become great in anything you do. Actually, for me, my work is my play. So I don't have to get out of work to relax, because I'm at my most relaxed when I'm doing what I do, which is trading. I trade the markets. I love trading, I love writing, I love speaking. So to me, that is joy. So I don't need to do anything besides that to enjoy, to unwind, because that's my way of unwinding. But when I'm not doing that, basically I spend time with family. I'm a family guy. I don't go out with friends that much. I don't go drinking. I don't go clubbing. I'm a family guy. Spend time with my kids, play with them, and bring my family out to amusement parks and all that. My biggest achievement is, again, going back to the fact that I get to do what I love every day. That's my biggest achievement. It's not the money I've made. It's not the business I've built. It's the fact that I get to do what I love every single day. Actually, I'm very impressed with it because I saw that there are a lot of people coming, and they were so hungry to learn, and they were so eager to participate. And I think it's great that Popular is a proponent of creating this kind of book fairs that continues to fire this spirit of people reading. Because unfortunately, I think people now with the iPads and the iPhones, they've built a habit of going online and playing games, and a lot have lost the habit of reading over the years. And we need champions to continue to get people to read, because that is the way you grow. And it's great that you guys have this event, and keep doing it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adam. We really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Adam Khoo, and I love reading.